What's up, Kitten Cats? So today is Tuesday the 20th, and I just wanted to start off this video by saying, even though saying it is so not enough, saying just a huge, massive, extremely heartfelt thank you to everyone that watched my last video and left a comment on it. I cannot tell you how, or I can tell you, but I can't begin to express just like how overwhelmed I was with the amount of support you guys showed. That video has over 400 comments on it. And I kind of mentioned this on Twitter a little bit, but like this whole time that I've been dealing with this, sorry, I'm kind of cutting my head out, I do that a lot. But this whole time that I've been dealing with this, I have felt super alone in it. Like obviously, especially before I had any kind of diagnosis, I was just like, what's wrong with me? Just really, really struggling and trying to figure out what it was. And then when I found out what it was, I, had that sense of relief. And also, just to let you guys know, I did go and get, a second opinion from a functional medicine nutritionist, as many of you recommended doing, and it does look like it is PCOS and not something else that was misdiagnosed. But regardless, there's a hormonal problem that needs fixed. But then when I had a diagnosis, I still felt like I was kind of relieved, but I was still feeling super alone, because while I know that, there's obviously other people that have struggled with it, I don't have anyone in my immediate circle of like family or friends, in my three-dimensional space that have dealt with it and could offer perspective. So the fact that there were so many of you that have dealt with it or are dealing with it, and we're just offering encouragement and love and resources, like people to follow, books to get, all sorts of different things. The fact that you guys were willing to just like rally together and support me in that sense, like, I love you guys. So we are here for a video today. I'm gonna talk about a couple of the things that I'm doing for PCOS. So a couple supplements. I had already been taking this for a while, and then I ran out and I didn't get it again, but this is berberine, however you want to say it. It helps to manage insulin, blood sugar, all that good stuff, which is a common problem for people with PCOS. So that, and then I don't have it yet, but I'll put it up on the screen. I'll actually put the examine.com information about this stuff up on the screen, because I was looking at it last night and I was like, this stuff sounds like a miracle product. And I had a friend message me and said that she has taken it for PCOS and it's helped her a lot, and it's called myo-inositol. So I will put the examine.com information up on the screen, and I'll put the link to it in the description box below. So those are a couple supplements that I'm taking to focus on this. And then nutrition wise, I know, I'm sorry, this is like the longest intro clip. Actually, I'm gonna make my breakfast first, show you what I'm having, and then talk a little bit about nutritional approach for this whole thing. Also, in case you hadn't figured out, I just got out of the shower. I mean, I put some face on, but my hair is very wet.
Got on my leather jacket Thriller. The show ain't nothing Miller. Man, I'm a lady killer. If I want her, I'm a stealer. I promise I can make her fly away like caterpillars. So if you don't know by now, then you should probably get familiar. So if you don't know by now, then you should probably get familiar. So if you don't know by now, then you should probably get familiar.
This part is the test. It's not ready, not ready. That could have been a lot worse. Look at that beautiful breakfast. So we had 3 eggs, scrambled with some spinach and coconut oil, turkey bacon, cucumber, decaf coffee, and some water. The decaf coffee has cashew milk in it too. But I'm gonna eat this first because I'm actually really hungry, and then I'll talk to you guys about what's going on. Yeah, big girl. Hi there, big princess. Oh, you are so sweet. Look at this baby. Look at this baby girl. That was delicious, first and foremost. So, kind of a little just chat about dietary focus moving forward with PCOS. And I'll keep you guys updated with like how things are going, etc. Like as I do it and as I feel it's appropriate. Like I'm really cautious about sharing misinformation. Like I try not to do that so hard because I know how dangerous that can be. But after doing like a lot of just looking into things and hearing from you guys, there are a lot of like dietary strategies for managing PCOS. So a lot of what most people talked about was just going completely ketogenic, which is essentially no carb, very high fat, moderate protein. I'm not taking that approach entirely, but I am focusing more on healthy dietary fats and lowered carb intake. And the reason for that is because of the insulin issue that's present with women with PCOS in terms of insulin resistance. So definitely putting a lot more focus on healthy fats. So you saw, you know, like cooking with coconut oil, eating whole eggs, eating fattier meats, eating more nuts and things like that. And also just being a little bit lower carb than I'm accustomed to. It's definitely gonna be a challenge. Also, one thing, because I'm sure people will ask, is in terms of tracking macros. So I'm sure I could go about this, you know, and track macros and whatever, but I really want to go about I really want to go about this focusing solely and wholly on health. So when I do things, I'm a go all inner. I'm not kind of like a tiptoe into the water type person. I'm like, I'm gonna just dive in. So while I could track macros and do this, my focus right now, you know, the purpose for tracking macros is, I mean, for me, is primarily to sustain or achieve a certain physique. So, you know, when, I mean, obviously overall health comes into play with tracking macros, but I really don't think that's the primary focus. So with tracking macros, you're trying to maintain a certain calorie balance and a certain macronutrient distribution because of a physique goal. So, you know, I have lower macros when I'm trying to prep for a contest. I have higher macros when I'm trying to grow muscle. My macros kind of stay the same when I'm trying to maintain. So there's a shift in focus here, and for me that shift in focus is on health. So I don't want to be so wrapped up in, and I also talked to you guys about feeling disconnected with my body a bit and how I don't like that feeling. And so another goal here is to really just be in tune with my body without the use of, you know, a certain set of numbers to hit or a food scale or anything like that. So I think that it would be kind of counter to the goal to rely on macros during this phase. That's not to say I'll never track macros again, but I really am just trying to take an approach where I'm listening to my body, what it needs, you know, focusing on higher fats and overall just like healthier foods with less, sorry, I'm like tugging on her rope, with less additives in them. It's definitely a bit like scary just because it's new, because I started tracking macros in 2013, so like 4 years of, you know, essentially doing the same thing. Obviously it wasn't every single day for the past 4 years. I would take breaks and go on vacations and have food that I didn't track, but really just diving all into like this being a daily practice of not tracking macros is definitely a new venture. And for someone like me that, you know, is very structured and very rigid, I definitely think this will be good for me in terms of becoming less structured and rigid, but it's also a challenge because I feel most comfortable when structured and rigid. So I have faith in this phase though, and kind of like a prayer that I've been praying lately is, God, I believe you have given me the ability to know what my body needs, and I think you've given, you know, the earth the things that I need to heal myself. So I'm very optimistic about this. I'm very excited to just try something new, and I have hope. So that's kind of where this is. And I have to go run some errands. I have to take a sample of her stuff to the vet to have them take a look at because of the issue she's been having. Gonna go get my nails fixed. I'll probably just do this again because I really like this, but they're very grown out. And then I'm recording my first podcast, I'm recording my first interview for my podcast, and it's gonna be with Chanel. So let's get into the day. I'm sorry this is so much rambling, but I really do want to share this process with you guys and just try and help in as best a way as I can. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician, not any of that, but I'm just gonna be here documenting my journey like I've done with fitness. Yeah, that is just some of what's going on in the approach, and let's get on with the day. So,
all right, you ready to go see your friends? You ready to go see your friends?
Look at that face. All right, so it is 4:30. I've been running around all day, took her stuff to the vet, and she's totally fine. Things are good. on her end, got my nails done. I wanted to get the same thing that I had before done, but they didn't have a technician in that could do that design apparently, so I just got plain old white. People ask me all the time about my nails and I just ask for a coffin shape. Also ran to Whole Foods, got a couple things, got some kimchi, chugged some kombucha because I love kombucha and I was like dying, got a couple groceries. Now we are off to Chanel's to film our podcast episode and hang out. You love going to Chanel's house, don't you? Alright guys, so I am here at Chanel's house. Hello! With my friend! And we are about to sit down to record this podcast episode. I'm very excited. And she made us some tea. This is mint tea with, you put cucumber and orange in it, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a mixture of a mint tea and green tea.
Ooh, that's good. Look at her holding it down for us. Alright, so we're gonna get to recording. I'm very excited. Hey guys, so we are done filming the podcast. Chanel's episode was amazing. I will link it in the description box below because it is already up. So far, I found that podcasts are pretty easy to, you know, execute, upload, export, all that good stuff. So it's already up. And then I took Luna for a walk and I'm back home and I'm going to close out the video. I did want to show you guys these two books that I told you I got in the mail. So the first one is one that you guys really recommended in my last video about being diagnosed with PCOS. So this one is called Woman Code by Elisa Vitti, which is perfect your cycle, amplify your fertility, supercharge your sex drive, and become a power source. So I am going to be reading this one and see what little nuggets of female wisdom I can find from that. Came highly recommended by a lot of you. And then this one, it's called Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. This one was recommended to me by my friend John Stewart. We were driving to Karina Bay Miller's wedding last weekend and we were just talking about good books, good authors, things like that. And this was one that he recommended to me. So I definitely wanted to pick that up because he's a very wise and intelligent person with a lot of just good insight and good intellect. So I was like, you know what, if this is something that John enjoyed, then it's definitely a good read. So those are two books that I picked up. And then I did want to go ahead and announce the 50K giveaway. So here's what's going on in the giveaway. I'll tell you what's in the giveaway first and then how to enter last. So you will win, it's a big just conglomeration of things. So first of all, you will win all 3 of my workout programs that I sell on my site for free. If you haven't noticed yet, I did mark down all of my programs. I wanted to, just in a small way, thank you guys for all of your encouragement you provided me these last few days. And also I'm just realizing how hard it is sometimes for people to access fitness and fitness related content due to financial barriers. So I wanted to help with that in my own little way. So all my programs are discounted, but the winner of the giveaway will win all 3 of them for free. You will get your PES item of choice, so PE Science item of choice for free. You'll get a $100 gift card to my meal prep sponsor, Bite Meals. You will get 2 pieces of Gymshark clothing of your choice for free. This excludes the Nikki B collection, obviously, because it was like completely sold out. I'm fairly sure the items that you choose do have to be in stock at the time, but you will get 2 pieces of Gymshark clothing. And then with bodybuilding.com, bodybuilding.com is another one of my sponsors. Most of you are familiar with them, but their pillars are information, motivation, and supplementation, which I'm so totally all about. And they are going to offer you a $100 gift card to their site. They have recently launched their Be Elite campaign, which is free shipping over $49. So like you won't have to use part of your gift card to pay for shipping because obviously it's over $49. So that's super cool. You do need to have a Body Space account for this giveaway. And so those are the things that we are giving away, or I am giving away. I think we is a better word because my sponsors were really gracious to offer those things. So to enter, this is, I'm sorry, it's a US only giveaway. I really apologize to my international subscribers. I'm trying to figure out a way to do more giveaways in the future that can incorporate you guys, but because of shipping costs and stuff like that, it is limited to US only. So to enter, you do need to be following / subscribe to me. You need to be following all 3 brands? 3 of these brands? 4 brands. 4 of these brands. You need to be following all 4 of these brands on Instagram. And I do check these things. You need to leave in your comment that you leave on this video as part of your entry. You need to leave a link to your Body Space profile because that's how they give you the credit for the bodybuilding.com gift card, is through your Body Space profile. And then lastly, the actual like substance that I want to see from you guys. So where this comes from is I was super, like I said, I was extremely overwhelmed with the amount of support you guys gave me for the struggle that I've been going through. And you know, I say it over and over and over again, the beauty of social media is our ability to connect to each other's human experiences, which includes our struggles. So what I want to see in the comments below is the biggest struggle you have had to overcome in your life and how you overcame it. So that is the giveaway terms for you guys, and that's gonna wrap it up for today's episode. It's a bit of a longer one again today. I'm sorry, I know shorter videos do better, but whatever. Oh, also, if you haven't heard about this yet, this is, I teamed up with Kendall Reed, and she is the wonderful woman behind the She Matters movement. And so that's basically just a movement empowering women, just showing you that you matter. And over the past year, she worked with Leclay, which is the company that makes these little bands. And these bands have a positive, encouraging message on the inside. So these ones have "You Matter" on the inside. And whenever you're feeling down, you're supposed to flip it over and like read your encouraging message. But anyway, so she decided to partner up with them again and do a scholarship fund. And when I found out that, I was like, girl, can I get in on that? In terms of helping to spread the word and to taking part in, you know, raising funds for the scholarship foundation. So every time somebody buys one of these bands, it will donate $1. The bands are $8, so $1 will be donated to the She Cares and She Empowers Scholarship Fund. So the She Cares Fund is through Kendall and She Matters, and the She Empowers Fund is through me. And so we're going to be accumulating funds for the scholarship fund over the next year, and we will start taking applications in 2018. And essentially, by the time, you know, applications are rolling in and we've accumulated the funds from these bands, we're going to pick 2 scholarship winners. Kendall will choose one and I will choose another. I did a blog post on this, so if you'd like to see more information, I'll put that link in the description box as well. I will personally be focusing on women in the STEM fields, so science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, because I fall within a STEM major as a kinesiology major, so I wanted to focus on women there because I know that women in science are highly underrepresented. So yeah, lots of cool stuff. So if you are interested in supporting the scholarship fund and want to get your hands on one of these bands, I will put my blog post in the description box below, and that will show you how to go and get one of your own. So thank you guys so much for, again, all of your love on the last video, all of your support throughout this whole thing. Obviously this is not, like, PCOS is not something that I want to be struggling with. Like, no one wants to be struggling with anything medically related, but I am excited to share my experience with you guys and share my journey with you guys and help some of you that are dealing with it yourself. You know, that's part of what I learned to love so much about fitness, and so I'm excited to do the same with this. And you know, we're all just here learning and growing and stumbling along in life together. So that is it for this video today. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in and supporting me. It means the world. And I will see you in the next video. Also, in terms of giveaway, I will pick a winner in 1 week's time. So that I will pick a winner next Tuesday, June 27th. So thank you guys so much. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Now we are done with filming, and the hair goes up.